Do narcissists know they're narcissists? I hear this question a lot, and the short answer for most narcissists is no. They don't know they're narcissist. One of the biggest reasons narcissists don't go to therapy and are therefore never diagnosed or treated for NPD or narcissistic personality disorder is because they don't think they have a problem. They believe everyone around them, especially their current victim, that they have issues, but not the narcissist. Narcissists project their negative feelings and emotions onto people around them because they're incapable of self-reflection. Their self-awareness is extremely low since they really have no true self-identity and therefore take on the identities of whoever they're trying to lure into their web. They're chameleons. They don't see the harm they cause as their fault because whatever bad behavior they exhibit is blamed on others who they feel deserve that behavior. They think this way: if they hadn't said or done that, I wouldn't have done or said what I did. Nothing is ever their fault, not from their viewpoint. Their bad behavior either never happened or they were provoked. So while there are some self-aware narcissists who do know they're narcissists, the majority of them are unaware of their narcissism. But even though most narcissists don't know they're narcissists, they do know that a lot of their behavior is not acceptable, and they do know that they hurt others. When they're gaslighting you and blame shifting you, they don't know that's what they're doing, but they do know they're trying to deflect blame off of themselves. When they say or do things that hurt people, they know their words and their actions are hurtful. When they're lying and manipulating others, they know they're not being truthful. They wouldn't hide their abusive behavior from the outside world if they really believed that what they were doing is okay. When you're having a conversation with them or trying to have a conversation with them and they're twisting your words, trying to shift the blame onto you and deflecting their own behavior, they know they're doing this. You know how frustrating it is to have an adult conversation with them and you remember thinking things like, this person just doesn't understand what I'm saying. They're purposely misunderstanding you. They know sooner or later you're going to get exhausted trying to get them to see your side of things and you'll just give up. Or at least they hope you will. Because that's exactly what they want. They want you to shut up and stop confronting them. When you've told the narcissist on multiple occasions that something they did or something they said was hurtful to you, and they continue to do or say these very same things, they know what they're doing. If they know their behavior is upsetting to you because you've told them that, and they continue to do it anyway, they know they're hurting you, and they're doing it on purpose. And this is one of the most painful aspects of being in a relationship with a narcissist, knowing that the person you love and the person who claims to love you is purposely doing and saying things to hurt you. It's incredibly painful. I remember having a really hard time accepting that fact. I truly believed my husband was oblivious to the harm that he was inflicting on me. I really just could not wrap my head around someone who told me so often that I was the love of his life. And how could he do or say such hateful, mean things to me while telling me that? And for a while, I even thought he might have a brain tumor, and that was causing his nasty behavior. Because I didn't want to believe he would ever intentionally cause harm to me. And this is how we experience cognitive dissonance. And what that is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, inconsistent beliefs, or inconsistent attitudes. And there's more on cognitive dissonance in an earlier video I made. I'm dropping the link to that in the description box. So if a narcissist was capable of any kind of self-reflection, they could ask themselves things like, would I speak in this negative way about my spouse or my partner if they were here with me right now listening to what I was saying? Would I behave in this way to this person I claim to love if I really loved them? Would I want my spouse or my partner speaking to others about me the way I speak to others about them? But they don't think like that. They don't consider the feelings of others. All that matters to them is how they feel. Remember having an argument with your narc? They're yelling, they're screaming, they're throwing out insults, they're calling you nasty names. But the moment someone else comes around, they're sweet as sugar. If they didn't know they were being nasty and that their behavior would be viewed as unacceptable to others, they wouldn't change their behavior when others were around. They'd act just as nasty and just as mean, no matter who was there. To the narcissist, the way they're viewed by the outside world is far more important than how they're viewed by their victims. Because the outside world only sees what the narcissist wants them to see. Their image, their reputation is everything to them. Being seen in a positive way by the public reinforces for the narcissist that they really are a good person. And I, for one, truly believe that deep down, they know they're not. So whether the narcissist knows they're a narcissist or not, they know the way they treat you is harmful. But to them, of course, you caused it and you deserve it. They know that who they pretend to be and who they really are really not one and the same. They are aware that they cause harm, and they will unfortunately never change. Narcissistic abuse becomes worse over time, and unfortunately, most victims don't recognize the red flags and all the warning signs until they're deeply involved in the relationship. I didn't even begin to notice anything until after I married the narcissist. We'd been together for 2 years before we got married, but it was less than 6 months into that marriage when the devaluation period began. If I had known about narcissism, I would have recognized the early warning signs and saved myself years of abuse and heartache. I'm hoping that you recognize the signs, and I've left some links to videos that will help you do just that. Remember, there is no cure for narcissism. You can't fix them. You can only save yourself. Thank you for listening, and may you all have a blessed day.